Hello everyone, I'm Lilian Boudou, a Dakila USA representative, and I would like to ask you, have you ever wanted to know more about UFOs? Have you ever stared into the nighttime sky wondering, are we alone? Is anybody else out there? Or is that stuff of science fiction movies? In the following video, the Dakila Research Director, Felipe Branco, and the former Dakila representative, Shelly Green, will be revealing and discussing videos with interactions with them. The video was done by the UFO researcher, Alan Steinfeld.
Welcome to New Realities with a very exciting new program with some people that are part of the Dakila UFO institution. And I'm here with Shelly Green, my good friend, and Felipe from the Dakila organization. So why don't you introduce Felipe, Shelly, because you've been down there and you know what this community is about.
I'm the Dakila USA coordinator, and I am honored and pleasure to introduce Felipe Castelo Branco, and he is a political scientist. He's also the director of the CTZ, which is the Ziggurats Technology Center, and it is also a part of the Dakila ecosystem. So please, let's welcome Felipe.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, Felipe. Now tell us about Dakila, what kind of place, because many people haven't heard about it, but your approach to UFOs and how you got into it and all that exciting news. And of course, we're going to show some photos and videos of ETs and UFOs. So stay tuned, everyone. Yes.
Thank you very much, Alan. Thank you, Shelly. Well, I'm going to start from the beginning. You know, I were always very fascinated with the subject of UFOs since I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. I'm originally from Rio de Janeiro, you know, and when I was 13 years old, I was introduced to this lady called Irene Granke. She is considered the most important UFO researcher of all times in Brazil. I think it's a consensus. She knew many people. I studied with her since I was 13 years old. Then I had to go to Europe to study, and I became the European representative of a UFO research association I co-founded with her called CISNE, Center for the Investigation on the Nature of UFOs. And I became her representative in Europe. You know, I met many people, many interesting people. And I thought I knew one thing or two about the subject. Then I was on vacation in Rio in 1996, December 1996. And my brother too was there. And he used to live in the United States as a sound engineer, and he was there in Rio, and he said, Felipe, there's a very interesting guy that we got to know about. Please come in and join us. You know, he's going to give his first presentation in Rio. It's very interesting. Since you like the subject, he's going to talk about UFOs, about ET interactions. And I said, fine, okay. I went to join the meeting, and I was amazed, you know, for like couple of hours, he was speaking about all these strange things, you know, this strange, odd information that I was not used to it, you know. And I was like, my God, this guy must be crazy, because what is he talking about? Because I never heard anything like this. But at the end of the gathering, you know, his lecture, he said, now I'm going to show you guys. And then a ball of light appeared on the ceiling, you know, of the room. I was like, what the hell is going on here? What is this? And I was simply amazed. I'd never seen anything like this. We all saw it. You know, we're about 20 people, only 25 people. I was amazed. Then I approached him and I said, what is this? Then he said, since I was very young, I have been in contact with these 49 dimensional races, dimensional extraterrestrial races. And I began this, if you will, task of, you know, talking about them and passing on the information. And they asked me to train at least 1,444 persons to talk to them. But when I say talk, I say physically, verbally, face to face. This is the agreement that he had with these 49 races. And I was like, what is this? I've never heard anything like that.
Wait. Say that again. He had an agreement with the 49 races to get 144,000 humans to talk to them. Is that it?
No. At least 1,444 persons to talk to them. Okay, physically, verbally, and face to face. And I was like, oh my God, what is this happening? Where is this happening? Then he said, okay, we have a place in Mato Grosso do Sul, which is in the center west of Brazil, is a state adjacent to Bolivia and Paraguay. And we have it was not a facility then, it was a forest, If you want, you can join us. We go there, then you can have all the experience and see what I am talking about. And that's what I did. I went there in January 1997, almost 25 years ago. And I was supposed to go for a weekend. I went with my whole family. My father, extremely skeptical guy, a lawyer, important businessman in Rio. And it was like, what is this thing? When we got there, was nothing. We had to, put our tents, because there was absolutely nothing there. But we're supposed to stay a weekend. We spent 10 days there. Amazing what I've seen. I've never seen anything like that.
What did you see in those first 10 days? Yeah.
The first 10 days. The first thing that we did when I parked my car, I left the pickup truck. We parked the car. It was around 3 p.m. We exited the vehicle, and my father was like, what is this thing? We saw this huge disc-shaped flying machine that was flying like this, like a leaf falling. It was like this, impact right ahead of us. I was like, what is this? And I was like, that was the first minute. The impact was amazing. And then in the subsequent days and nights, my God, we're a group. We're like 50 people, 70 people. We had the most amazing sightings of, craft flying around, different colors, and holographic beings, very, very tall, walking around, but not one or two. I have seen 6 walking together. And I was like, what is this? And then he said, they are doing this because nobody believes me. So they are showing themselves. Now, those that are interested in pursuing, the training and all this, you're welcome to join. But in the first couple of years, it was not called Dakila then. It was called Project Portal. Okay. They used to show themselves because nobody would believe. Also because the content of the information passed around by Urandir was amazing. It was like, what is this? We never heard it.
How would you get the information, and what was the content?
Okay. How at that time used to get through him. But
what's his name again? The founder? What was his name?
Urandir Oliveira.
Okay.
And then what happens? What happens is he said, okay, I'm not going to pass too much information. The information I'm going to pass to you guys is just the basics so you guys understand what these 49 races want from us. If you agree, you undertake the training, not only the exercise he would pass on, to us, but also training directly with them, using their technology on us, because they are dimensional extraterrestrial races. Their density is a lot subtler than ours. So in order for us to sustain, this physical, verbal, face-to-face conversation with them, you have to undertake a training in order to augment your brain activity, to synchronize your brain channels, to increase your cellular electric charge, and also the jump between the cells, so that we can a little bit accelerate, if you will, our physical body in order to reach a specific band of vibrational frequency that will allow us to sustain this conversation. And then we started like this. And then what happened? Today, because it's so vast, the amount of information, today, it's almost 25 years. We had, thousands and thousands of members, of associates we have an association. Dakila became an association. We already, have, chapters in more than 10 countries, And there are at least 2,000 persons that have talked to these beings face to face, physically, verbally. And the funny thing is this: in the beginning, when we used to pass on, started to talk about the information we had, the very interesting information we had, we began to be attacked by certain MUFON directors in Brazil. I'm not going to name names, but, and then the funny thing is this: the partners, as we call them, because we have a partnership with these guys, they said, listen, you guys are being smeared. You are being, people are really talking bad about you guys. We're going to do something. We're going to take Uringer and we're going to leave marks so that you invite researchers, but good, honest researchers, to come here and to do the research so that it will prove that you guys are having a conversation with us, in interaction with intelligences, not from here. And this is what happened in 2002. More than 8 years.
Just tell me a little bit about some of the messages, and then we'll get back to the researchers. Like, what kind of information are you getting?
Well, the kind of information we get is that we're in a transition, in a huge cyclical transition. Unfortunately, all governments of the earth are controlled. The information we have, our science, everything is manipulated. It is as if we live in a matrix, inside a fake, fabricated world, that there's no way we can break away. We can, release ourselves from this bondage. It's a hidden bondage. They said that. They told us that there is a group of beings, of extraterrestrial beings, who are not from here, but they are not dimensional beings. They are third-dimensional extraterrestrial races, just same density as ours. They've been running the show completely 100% in the past 14,000 years. That is after Noah's deluge.
Wait. So this negative ET race is controlling the minds of humanity for 14,000 years?
Not the minds. They're controlling everything physically. It's not the minds only.
Okay.
Indirectly, yes, because they have fabricated a fake world and they run everything. And they are known, many people know this group of beings as the Anunnakis. Okay, the Anunnakis. But there are many people that say, oh, the Anunnakis, they are reptilian. They come from the fourth dimension. They come from not according to the information we get from the partners. And as I said, our unique relationship with them is this: we get them from their mouths, recording and filming it with 100 persons.
The ETs are talking to you in Portuguese, let's say? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in Portuguese. Plain Portuguese. We record everything. Everything's recorded in film.
They're
So
physical
Yes.
ETs talking to you, and
Yes.
and maybe you could show some pictures in a bit.
Yes, I can.
What kind of things are they saying to you with their mouths?
They're telling us they direct, more or less, if in a nutshell, they are directing Dakila, more or less, because they are passing us information. They made us build an observatory there. We're building a model city there. They made us build step pyramids. As we don't like to use the name pyramid because it implies mystical things. These are quantic machines, and for the training with them and with us. So they are sort of passing on technology. We have several patents already with their technology. We are going to be releasing in the coming months technologies that will make the jaws of people drop. Because
like what? Like what are you talking about? Like what?
I'm talking about, well, I don't want to be specific now, but I'm going to say energy.
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 Let me just ask, so have you been in the presence of these ETs and heard them speak to you?
Hundreds of times. I sat beside them. I talked to them, many of them.
You can touch their body. What do they look like?
They look like humans, just like us.
Okay.
Just like us.
And
with all colors. All colors.
But already of humans, but where are these beings from?
They are from worlds, okay, dimensional worlds, from parallel realities. Also because they say they say that our astronomy is 100% wrong. They say that NASA lies like a crazy, that our reality is completely fabricated, And then
what is the real astronomy then? What is the real location?
Okay, they have in 2010, we had a conversation with them that they passed on to us information, and they said, you have to start making documentaries. You have to start making experiments in order to put out to the population so that people can see it, they can repeat it, and they can determine certain things. And 11 years ago, they told us to make a documentary about they told us to make 3 documentaries. We made one, which is called The Convex Earth, the real shape of the Earth. The second one, because of the pandemic, unfortunately, we delayed our experiments. It will be about the sun, the moon, the stars, and the skies. The skies are not what we think they are. And we are making experience. We've been to Iceland, we've been to Chile a couple of times, we've been to South Africa, we've been to many places. And with our first documentary that we made, the Convex Earth documentary, we received medals from the Brazilian military. We received the UN battalion of the Brazilian military. They gave us, acknowledging the importance of our experiments. They invited us to the naval base in Antarctica. We've been there, so it's a totally different thing. But now I want to just go back a little bit to this time in 2002, when the partner said, we'll take Urandir, we'll abduct him.
Because or take him. I don't think you're just taken.
Yes, but because abduction implies that you were being taken by someone you don't know. So
and someone against your will. But he was not taken against his will. He wanted to go.
Not at all. Of course, because, it was not his first time either. He's been many, many times there. And also some of us. Now, what happens? They took him, they left many, many, many evidences, marks, many things. And then in December 2002, I sent a photograph, some footage to Jeff Renz, and he made an interview with us in December 2002. And this attracted the attention of Linda Moulton House. She called me up, she said, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like this. You're welcome to come. She came down here. She spent a few days here at the Dakila, then Project Porto. She took the bed sheets, the many, many things, the disc-shaped stones that fell from the sky. She took it back to the States. She did an extensive research. University of Pennsylvania geology. I have a documentary.
What year was that? What year did Linda go down there? Linda Moulton House.
She came here in February of 2003.
Okay, I'm going to ask her about that because she's a good friend.
18 years ago.
Okay,
and I have the footage, of a documentary. She said with all the investigations proving that was alien technology,
But talk about talk about the leader that was taken up on the ship and brought. Where was he brought to when he went up there with the ship?
He was taken to his ship, to one of their ships, and he was taken there, and he spent 3 days there. He returned after these three days, just training, learning more and stuff. Because you see, our approach is totally different. We're not over here to tell nice little stories. You see. The partners want us to effectively, concretely change things. That's the important thing. Change the status quo.
How are we going to change the things? I just want to say it's what I tried to do in my book is open people up to these other realities. So, but how are you want to change it? Yes.
The way we want to change is by passing on information, passing on technology, showing people that all this information they get from ETs, that we have to fear them, that they won't invade us. Now you see that your government weekly disclosing about, the military filming. This is pathetic. You know, this is a narrative they are creating in order to show the population that we are in control. You're not in control. We are slaves of these Anunnaki races. And these 49 races are here in order to help us concretely to free ourselves from them. How? First, exposing the lies through the information. But not only that, training a group of people. That's why they wanted at least 1,404 people talking to them physically. That's why, because like this, we have much more, many more than 2,000. Why? So that you can have a group, a very large group of people receiving the info and working in this infrastructure we are creating in order to make the changes, you know?
Why can't they appear other places besides Brazil? Why don't they appear to other people in other countries? Maybe they do, right? But
they did. They appeared in Spain, in France. We did many expeditions because you see, they tell us to. Their motto is seek knowledge. Go and look for it. Go out. Leave your comfort zone. Do the research. And we've been to many, many places with them. They appear there to the group. In France, in Spain, in Portugal, in Egypt, everywhere we've been, in the United States, upstate New York, you know, in Argentina, in Paraguay, in many places. So they're telling us.
Do you have pictures of you and the ETs like sitting together, like me and Shelley or something?
Yes, I have. But you see,
yes,
I can show to you what they authorize because they don't want people to focus in the phenomenon itself. Also because, well, the stuff I'm going to show you, nobody has. You know?
Okay, whatever you can show us that's been authorized. But
shall we start?
But yeah, but the focus is on the phenomenon. The focus is on.
No, not there.
What is the focus? You say? What is
the focus? It's not in their phenomena. In the beginning, in the first couple of years, when we started this work, they focused on the phenomena. Why? Because nobody believed.
Right.
Come on, you guys, what you guys are saying, nobody talks about it. I'm talking about the UFO community.
Right.
Because the narratives are really manipulated. And you hear this fresh info about what are ETs, where they come from, what's all about, the difference between the dimensional ETs, the planetary ETs. The planetary ETs are those with third dimensional dense bodies, you know, like the Greys, like the Anunnakis, about all these people. They are not dimensional. They do not interact in higher dimensions, unlike people would say. So their focus was this, in the phenomena. Now, not now, the past 20 years, they are not focused in the phenomena. They are focused in passing on information, passing on technology, building the infrastructure so that people see. You see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely that we can make a change. We live here in Brazil. We have great differences. There's a lot of people in poverty that do not have anything to eat the day after. They do not have a place to live. They live in poverty, very hard situation. They want to stop that immediately with the technology. And that's why we're building the infrastructure we're building, totally independent. We don't need funds from anybody because they are showing us how to make it. You see what I mean? And the technologies we're going to pass, we already have more than 10 technologies patented.
Well, that's exciting.
They are key ones that are going to make a huge difference because they say these conversations, about ETs, about ET reality, the interactions, if you don't eat, you don't care. You want to eat. That's their main focus now. So they don't really bother. But they're telling us, start spreading the news, start talking to those willing to listen, because we are going to disclose themselves to the world very soon.
So they are going to disclose themselves to the world.
They will disclose. They will.
And what will that do when they disclose them? How will that change everything?
It's going to change everything because, first of all, not only they're going to disclose, but they're going to corroborate the group. And after that, the lies are going to be exposed. The narratives are going to be exposed. People are going to really see, how bad they've been played and lied to. It's crazy, because they want to effectively change things,
Let's see some of the pictures of you and your good friends, the ETs. And I want to hear more about their message. let's see. And then people can still go down there and visit?
Yes, of course. There's people from all over the world that comes, but we have to be very, very clear about a thing. I'm not talking about, this is not E.T. Disneyland. It's not that. We're
Okay.
already in an advanced stage that we are implementing all these technologies we are built in the city that they told us to do. It's going to be a showcase of their technologies to the world. So, whoever feels touched is welcome to come, but we're not looking for it,
I want to come because I've been researching this for 30 years, and these are beings that I feel connected to. So let's see some of the pictures, if you don't mind. And
okay, I'm going to show, Alan,
Okay.
I'm going to show here so that you see. I'm going to show one of their technologies employed on us because it's part of our training. This happened in 2004. I'm going to show footage of the technology of the plasma ball technology. It's a ball of light that comes and enters our bodies and explodes. What does it do? It activates, it augments your brain activity, synchronizes your brain channels, and our cells and our DNA starts restoring our DNA in order to permit us to achieve higher vibrational frequencies. Because you see, unlike what people say, when they say, oh, in order to talk to ETs, to the dimension, you have to go and enter meditation and stuff like that. If you do that, you're not going to talk to anyone because meditation lowers your brain activity. You have to activate your brain. It's the opposite. You see what I mean?
I think I agree with that. I do agree. I think you're onto some great stuff. I also want to introduce you some new organizations in the US that are popping up to bring this information forward. So I'm working with. Yes.
I'm going to share now these videos.
Yes. Videos,
Okay.
pictures, whatever you want.
I'm going to show my plasma, my father's, my sister's, because it's easier.
Okay, whatever you want.
I have it here separate. Wait. Okay. Plasma.
Okay. Also,
Plasma here. Now, this is my plasma. This was filmed with a VHS camera, okay?
Okay, VHS. Okay, so let's see. Make it as big. Yeah. Okay, great.
That's me laying down. I'm holding 2 T branches. You see the light comes. It activates you.
Wait.
Again.
So you're laying down. The light is coming right into you.
I'm laying down on the ground. I have goggles because otherwise you would hurt my retina. And I'm holding 2 branches of trees like this, just like a pharaoh, laying down. And this ball light approach from behind me, enters my feet, and goes all the way up to my neck. Okay, it climbs up. You see, and it activates everything. Now I'm going to show again.
Okay, let's see it again. But
this is my head.
Okay, see that. And what did you feel then? That just, wow.
I felt an extreme heat and like a mind reset. I was like really, I couldn't move for almost a minute.
Well, did you do something to make that happen? Did you ask for that?
No, well, that's the thing. That's why I tell you, we have a partnership. Urandir, the president of our institution, Urandir was trained by the partners in order to be able to contact them, talk to them anytime, and to also be the facilitator. Okay, in those times, this is 2004. Okay, so he was the one that would facilitate this. Okay, but it was the partners. This is their technology.
One more thing I'm getting is that people want to know, what is the main message these ET races want to tell us?
The main message will be this: you are living in a lie. We are slaves of an alien race. These Anunnakis, they've been, controlling us for the past, totally 100% for the past 14,000 years. There's no way we can free ourselves from this matrix they built races approached us and said,
So how do we free ourselves from
they
these?
tried to do it in the past, to try to teach us. They're giving us the tools for that.
And the tools are the tech. What are the tools?
Knowledge,
Technology.
information, and
Experiences. You're
the
breaking
tools
up.
are the technology and the information. They are. Hello?
You broke up a little bit, but
Hello?
I think if he turns off
Can you
his
hear me?
video, like,
well, we want to see the
video,
pictures though. But
Yeah. I think he
but-
can't do both.
Let me
okay, show us another one. We lost him. Anyway, Shelley, what was your experience? He'll come back. What was your experience down there when you went to visit? Because you were excited about what you heard, right?
I was very excited. I'm not that I'll say gifted, or I'm not that attuned yet to meet with them. So every time that I go there, I am doing tasks so that
Okay.
I can get to that volume, or I can get to that
level. Okay.
Yeah, that level. Mhm.
Oh, Felipe is back. Felipe, unmute yourself. Unmute. He's having a little bit of internet, because I really want to see these pictures. You know, I think it's important that we do see this. I think he's still frozen. How many times have you been down there?
I've been there twice.
Okay. And then what's it like when you go there? Is everybody very friendly, open, loving?
It's like extremely loving, extremely patient with you, because if you don't understand, they sit there and they help you understand everything. You have to walk to different portals to get
there are
activated.
portals on the land?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
In fact, as soon as you see the sign and you're getting ready to get on the road, I can feel the vibration
Hi.
of the
You're back. Okay,
I'm
great.
back.
Thanks. All right, thanks. Yeah. So let's go back to the videos that you were showing us in the pictures.
You have to enable me. I cannot. You have to.
Oh,
you
okay.
have
Oh,
to
yeah,
enable me.
because you're on a new platform. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm making you co-host. Okay, great. I know you're in Brazil, so maybe it's the internet's not what it always is. Okay, here we go. Back
we
to
go.
these videos of the aliens and the technology and the
This
so-
is the technology they used on us to train us. This is my sister now here.
Okay.
Same thing, goggles holding the branches of trees, and the light comes in a different way. Why with me came that way? Because they put an implant on me, a crystal implant in my neck. My sister has one in her butt, if you will.
Right.
That's why the light goes there, you see.
But I have to tell you, Felipe, just to be honest, it doesn't look anything more than someone shining a bright light. And that, I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying,
Well,
yes.
Alan, this video was tested by many experts, and there's no way we can reproduce.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm
if
with you.
watch it.
I
If you
believe
want,
you.
I can
I-
send it to you. So
No,
you
no,
will
it's
see it.
okay. What else do you have of like ships? Do you have a picture of you and the ETs together?
I have, but I don't have the authorization yet.
Okay.
But what I have here
Oh, wow.
is this.
Okay, let's see.
Brazilian media came here.
Okay.
They tried to detract us. In 2010, 2 major channels came, said that they were going to debunk us, and they didn't. They
Okay.
did. The reporters had interactions with the partners, talked to the partners. I have videos here of them talking to them. And one of these major channels managed to film one of the partners appearing and dematerializing, teleporting on
Great.
TV.
Well,
This is incredible.
I
Right
am
here.
definitely going to visit you. Let's see what you got, because this is very exciting, and I think it's an important step.
No, wait, not this one. This one here.
Okay.
This one here. Okay. You see?
Yes.
You see, this is the logo of the TV. You see how
I
it
see
comes?
the
It looks
logo
like
of
a
the TV.
holographic thing, you know?
Yes.
A holograph. It looks like a hologram. And then
Oh,
it
yeah.
dematerializes. You see?
I saw that. Wait, show that again. That's pretty amazing. It
Look.
just becomes light and dematerializes. Wow.
Exactly that. That's their technology.
That's
You see,
what
And a major Brazilian television filmed it. and they did not show it. They
Is
were
that-
lying to the population.
Is that something dematerializing right there?
It is one of the partners dematerializing.
And you see this dematerializing from light. And can you
Yes.
stop it at the beginning of the video and
Okay.
just see? I just want to speak when before the dematerialization happens, so we get a
Okay.
picture of visitors.
Okay.
So this is you took this picture, right? So you're showing this. It's play.
No, I didn't take this. This is the
Oh,
original footage from the Brazilian television camera.
And they never showed this. They never showed.
showed. Of course not. They don't want to disclose.
Okay.
There was another TV channel that came down here.
Mhm.
3 reporters were 2 meters from one of the partners talking to them. And the partner told him, I'm going to touch you. I'm going to allow you to. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Please, I'm afraid. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. Everything on camera. The partners told us they are not going to show the footage. Go with your cameras and filmed it. And we did. And it was a major thing here because they were lying. We caught them lying. They tried to, manipulate the narrative.
I'm going to go down there with my cameras and expose this to the world if it's the partners want that, and bring it back to the U.S. and get the real footage there. I would love to.
Let me show you. I'm going to show you now.
Yes.
The interaction of one of the partners. He's short, but he's a man.
Yeah.
Training us. He's training the group. He's with a group of we were like 50 people here in the farm in our headquarters here. This is a training. I never show this openly, only to the associates.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you so you guys
For
see.
the first time on New
For the
Reality.
first time. This is a woman. This is a member
Yeah, I
of
see
an
that.
associate. She's holding a torch. Now he's going to appear. He's short. He's right here to her left, and he's going to materialize the torch.
Oh, I see them. I see them.
Right here. He's going to materialize
Yeah.
the torch now.
See them.
She's talking to him. Now he's going to materialize the torch. Look again. He already lit up his torch. He materialized. Look, you see him right here? Short, talking to her, right in front of her. You see, he's right here.
I see them.
You see?
Couple of them.
It's right here. And he's holding he's
Look
holding the
like
torch.
little grays, though.
No, he's not.
They look like humans. They're human.
They're totally human. It's because he has a hat. You see, they usually change clothes, vestments, as they say. They change clothes. They're for a reason, okay? And he's wearing, you see here? Look at him right here.
Yeah.
You see, the woman
Posso
is
chegar
returning,
pertinho para filmar
and
melhor?
he is holding the torch right here.
Só se
You see?
você deixar.
Ninguém vai sair do lugar não, Bilu.
I think I have one
Ah, tá.
closer.
Oi.
Karina,
What was
tá
the
te chamando.
message from those
Beleza.
ETs
Demorou.
then?
Peraí.
Here in these interactions, let me stop, otherwise,
Just stop for a second. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
These are not messages. We have frequent interactions like that with many beings from the 49 races. They are mainly training us to be able to converse with them physically anywhere.
Like
that is
what kind of training? Like what training did you go through to converse with them? What was your training?
Well, there are many things that we have to do. There's a specific diet that we eat. You have to eat, very little industrialized stuff or none. We have to eat. Another interesting thing that they tell us that we have to eat red meat.
I
Organic
like
red meat.
I
Because
do eat red meat.
Red meat is vital. It detoxes our cells. It helps to accelerate our metabolism. It helps to accelerate our brain activity. It's one of the main foods that we have to eat, because they say, you guys carry 1/3 of the population of the earth, carry the 49 races genes, but we all carry Anunnaki genes because they fabricated this body, the Anunnakis. And the main staple food of the Anunnakis is red meat from cattle. They brought cattle to the earth. So it's vital.
I believe that. I believe that. But you do need pure diet. You don't want to eat McDonald's. Right.
No, never,
No, I'm
never.
kidding. So you have to clean out your body and eat pretty organic, and then you're at a better vibration to meet these beings. So what did these beings then say to you when you were able to communicate with them?
Well, 80% of the time now, for instance, we have various groups. We are divided within our organization. We have various groups. We have the political group, the technology group. You have the social group, the financial group. They are instructing us in these themes, in these topics, so that we can understand and contextualize the sort of information we're receiving, the sort of technology we're receiving. You see what I mean? So it's various types of information. I participate in many of them. So I can more or less have a pretty good idea of what they are saying. And the most important reason for them if it's not physical, verbal, and face-to-face, that can be recorded and that can be filmed so that the information is intact. It cannot be manipulated. If I tell you, I'm going to channel the 49 races, I can say whatever I want. You're not going to know. How are you going to know? How are you going to verify? But when you have 100 persons, 50 persons, 20 persons filming, recording everything, that's totally different. There's no way you can manipulate. That's their main, the number one clause of our contract. Only physical, verbal, face-to-face conversation.